Hi friends, it's Peggy from PrettyPaperCards.com, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier Elie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and we're here today just to play around. We're going to make a card, we're going to talk about a sale, and we're just going to have some fun. I almost didn't get on because we have had so much going on this morning. Our new catalog was released to the demonstrators, our brand new annual catalog, which will last from 2022 to 2023. And so I had to look at that. It's just online, and I had to take a look at that. And then also the retiring list came out, the products that are retiring from the current annual catalog, and oh boy, there are so many. And many of them are on sale, and I barely had any chance to even look at the list. There were just so many things I just saw a few things and I snatched them up so that I could show them to you today. So I'm just actually relaxed to be able to come and sit here with you because we've been so busy and I haven't even paid much attention to Elie, and her little top knot is going kind of crazy, isn't it? It's going a wrong direction. I haven't even had time to play with her today much, and oh gosh. But we have a lot to show you, and I don't know what the weather is like there for you, wherever you are, but we are warm today. We are currently, it's 3 o'clock my time, and we're currently it's in the 90s or the high 80s. It was in the 90s. It's probably come down a bit. It is very hot and very dry. What are you smelling, baby? What are you looking at? So we are just warm, and Roz, good to see you. We're just warm. It's a wonderful warm afternoon, and we're having a good time. So it's great to see you. I think we should kind of don't forget, I want to remind you that at the end, I always give away a prize, the one from last week, and then I'll announce the prize for next week. So hang on for the end so that you can see the prize. And maybe you won the one from last week too. So do you want to get down and get in your bed, baby? She's been warm. She's been laying out on the floor, you know, just laid out because it's so warm. So I'm going to go ahead and put her down. And same there in your area, Florida, hot, yeah. She does look cute no matter what, doesn't she, Roz? I agree with you. Okay, so what I wanted to start with is the things that are retiring, because the list just came out. Some of you may not have even seen it. I've got my bangs going kooky here. Some of you may not have even been able to see the retiring list, and it's from this catalog, this annual catalog. So on May 3rd, we have a brand new annual catalog that will go live. And so this is the one that things are retiring from, not the mini, just the big annual catalog. So I kind of wanted to go through and show you some of the items that are retiring, and kind of, you know what, when this happens, we always get so sad. I get very sad because there are so many products. Hi, Linda, good to see you. There are so many products that I love that are retiring. So I looked at the list, and I just snatched out, as I was looking at the list, I snatched out some stamp sets. There's much more, but here I want to show you what I saw. I don't know, I didn't take an opportunity to look and see how much these are off. Uh-oh, hold on, dropped a die. I didn't take an opportunity to see if these are a percentage off or not. Some things are up to 50% off, but I haven't been able to study it. It was just released at noon for us today. So I wanted to start by the one thing that made me extremely sad. My stitch so sweetly dies. Oh my gosh, I'm just sad. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of them though. But these are retiring. So the main thing I want to tell you, and I might repeat this as I go through with you, if you see something here that you really like, that you've been meaning to get, grab it now, because this list has gone out and demonstrators are sending it out. It's being posted everywhere, and people are going to snatch these things up. And so if you want this, it's last chance. The supplies will not be refilled. So if you want any of these things that I show you today, go on my shop link that's for YouTube people. And hello, my YouTube friends, good to see you. The link is below, and for my Facebook friends, the link is above for shopping. So you might want to get out a pencil and make a little list. I'm going to go ahead and switch you down here so that I can show you the things that are on sale. Remember, or that are last chance. Again, I don't know. I have to look into it and kind of coordinate the list and really digest it. But it just came out a few hours ago. So everything is from this annual catalog. So the first thing that I am sad about, the Stitch So Sweetly dies. Roz, yes, new goodies are coming to replace them. Sharon, good to see you. I know, so sad about these. And everything else that I have to show you is just stamp sets, because that's all I had a chance to grab before I came on. So I want to show you some stamp sets that are retiring. If they are retiring, most likely their coordinating dies or punches are retiring. Like I said, I just didn't have a chance to look. So the Flowers of Friendship stamp set. And I just have loved all of these. I only buy the ones I love. So if I have it, it's something I like. Dragonfly Garden, we've had for a couple years. I really like this. I'm assuming that there's a punch, and I'm assuming that's retiring. I did put a link to the last chance for you, and up above or below, and you can go to that link, and there you will find exactly what's retiring. You know, if the punch that goes with the dragonflies is retiring. Like I said, I don't know. Tasteful Touches, I have loved this, and the die set is beautiful. Again, I'm assuming that is retiring also. If you like any of these, snatch them up now. Timeless Tropical. My friend Robin and I, we had a retreat using the Timeless Tropical and I stamp set and the dies, and I really learned to love this. I didn't like, you know how you don't really necessarily like something, you think, but then the minute you start using it, you just love it. That was how I felt about Timeless Tropical. Okay, Forever Blossoms. This has been here for several years. I don't know, but I guess I thought these were cherry blossoms years ago. I don't know if I'm right. But Forever Blossoms is retiring. Prized Peony. We've had this for several years. And this is another beauty. And again, the dies, I know they're a peony die, so I'm assuming those are retiring also. This was new, just in the last catalog, and I have it, and I have the dies that are real pretty, and they make this beautiful grapevine. It really is beautiful. If you like grapes or know somebody that likes grapes, or a grapevine grows grapes, here in Southern California, we have a lot of grape growers, a lot of vineyards out here. And so that's another beautiful one. Dress to Impress. This has been fun with the perfume bottle and the lipstick and stuff. That's been a real fun one. Oh, and Sweet as a Peach. They've had it on the 20% sale. So I haven't checked the 20% off to see if it's the same amount that they're selling it for in the last chance. I'm assuming that it is, or they wouldn't have done that. Sweet as a Peach. We're going to use the Eura Peach Designer Series paper today. Almost all the Designer Series papers retired. and the Eura Peach Designer Series paper is retiring. So we're going to use it today just because I love it so much. Ornate Thanks. Henna Hearts. Hippo Happiness. Aww. This is just so cute, and in fact, I'm going to use, there are these cute little lambs, and they have dies that go with them, and I'm going to be using these for an Easter card we'll make together on one of my lives, because I like those so much. There's just so many. I've got stacks. You can tell a stack fell down. Okay, Measure of Love. This is a really cute one. It has darling cupcakes. I'm going to try to use some of these before they officially retire. Amazing Love. Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful one. Timeless Tulips. I'll probably use this again too because it's so good for Easter. Garden Wishes. We just made a card from this the other day. In fact, I think it's the prize today is the 2 cards that we made last Wednesday using Garden Wishes. So that's retiring. Alrighty. I've still got about 7 or 8 here to show you. Just so you know, Daisy Lane we've had for a long time. It's a beautiful one. Sailing Home is retiring. And again, you'll have to go on the link to see about a sale. See if they're on sale, and if so, what price. I think most of them are discounted, but like I said, I didn't have enough time to study it. The beautiful poinsettia petals. This is a gorgeous one. If you're thinking you want to make poinsettias for Christmas, snatch this up now. Okay, Sending Hugs. I have this, and I really haven't used it that much, but it's very pretty, and the die, which I'm pretty sure is retiring also, that goes with that is a really pretty die. Oh, and Season's Blessings. I saw that these the dies are retiring on this one. And hi Holly, good to see you. The basket die is one I used recently. It's not this small, it's a bigger one. And I just love that basket die. So, and oh, one of my real favorites, Positive Thoughts. This is so beautiful. I used this recently too. This leaf or little leaf branch, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. And I think it's, if I remember right, this is a distinctive one. Hi Pam, good to see you. We're showing some of the retiring products, and we're being sad together. Back on Your Feet. This has been so fun for the couple of years that we've had it. You know, this little guy, the little upside down turtle, and I've used this several times. You know, this is Not Good, K-N-O-T, with this giraffe. Yes, Pam, Positive Thoughts. I love it. I know. This has been a pretty one too, Free as a Bird. I've really enjoyed that one. So those are the retiring sets I could pull out real quick because I just found out a couple hours ago, and I also had to get ready for the card. So we're also going to use, I'm going to put these away and stop being sad because I did get a quick glance at the new catalog, and oh boy, we are going to love it. So this is the annual catalog that is retiring. So check out those retiring items and get them soon. Don't think you're going to wait and they'll still be available, because they are while supplies last. Oh, and I did want to remind you, my March host code gift, if you place an order of $50 or more, is a package of 40 basic white medium envelopes. And so if you have some things to order, try to order $50 or more of products, not counting sales and shipping, and I'll be able to send you, and use my host code, and you'll be able to get a package of 40 envelopes, which is really a great thing to have, right? All right, we're done with the sadness. We're going to make a happy card, even though it's a retiring set. We are going to use Sweet Ice Cream. I have loved this set. It's fun, the words are big, and it has ice cream cones and popsicles. And here's the card we're going to make today. And this card just makes me happy. And it's kind of fun because it just opens like that. It's kind of a half card, maybe. It just opens like that, and on top we have our fun ice cream cone. And I'm using the retiring You're a Peach Designer Series paper. I have loved this blue. I kind of want to, do you think it's ticking stripe? I would call it that, but I'm not an expert. But I have really enjoyed this blue, light blue and white. It's balmy blue. And so it just flips right up like that. And it's using a die from the Sunflower dies, which are continuing on. Yay! So I'm just gonna grab this die because this is the one we're gonna use. I like to use the sunflower die, the actual sunflower die, as a backing. I think it makes a nice backing here, like right here. I know, Pam, you're a peach. Oh, and just when summer, and the strawberries didn't carry over either. But all I can say is we'll just keep what we have. If you don't have them, get them, because they're fabulous for summer. I mean, it's making me think of a strawberry and peach salad, right? Okay, let's get started with our card. And to start out with, I'm going to try to give you the measurements so that you have them just right. And if you need to write them down, I say I'm going to put them somewhere and I usually forget. So the card base is 4 1/4 wide, like usual, by 9, okay? And then we score at 5 1/2. And that gives us just the little half card. I'm thinking of, you know, girls, and we used to wear half ponies. Well, this is a little half card, but I think it comes out pretty cute. So there's our half card. I'm going to score it, I'm going to rather burnish it again on the back to see if we can get it to really sit down a bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay, 4 1/4 by 9, scored at 5 1/2. Now the first thing we're going to do is put on some Calypso Coral to frame everything. And I've already pre-cut these pieces to save a little time. One thing to note about this card is that everything on the front is coming to the place where the half part of the card meets. We want it to be like this because then it looks better when you open the card, right? Because this then becomes all one thing. So the measurements are so that it looks good like this. You have a frame on 3 sides. So this piece of Calypso Coral is 3 5/16 by 4. And I'll try to write down the measurements. I am just bad and I don't usually. I'll try to put it in the comments after. So again, remembering we're going to put it right down where that part of the card ends, that flap there. Okay, there we go. There's our first piece. And this is creating a nice frame. And then this piece, what I did with this one is this is cut at 2 by 4, and I'm going to have it tuck up in here just a little bit to make sure that it fully, you know, covers this part. So you'll see what I mean if you make the card. Make sure that it's tucks up under just a little bit. So we want to have the frame area, which is down here on the 3 sides, and then it looks like these two just go together, doesn't it? You really don't see a difference there. Okay, so there is our frame of Calypso Coral. And now we're going to add some of this, what I call ticking stripe, and I decided I'll cut this with you. I cut the Calypso Coral just to save a little time, but this one we'll cut together. And I've already got it at, it's supposed to be 3 3/4. Let me see. Nope, it's at 4. Let me cut this down to 3 3/4. Okay, so everything we cut for the ticking stripe piece is going to be 3 3/4, and we want it to be lengthwise. We want the stripes to be going portrait style. So now we know that's 3 3/4, so we're going to cut the first one at 3 1/8, right there. And if I might have made a mistake, I tried to get it all right. We'll see when we lay it down, won't we? And the little smaller piece is, get this, 1 13/16. So truthfully, all I'm remembering is it's 3/16 back of 2. That is much more helpful for me. So right there, and let's see if I got it right. We'll go ahead and put it on the Calypso Coral and we'll see if I got that right. Okay. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. So the one thing is, remember, we want to get this down to the where the flap meets the card base, and there we go. And the same with this one. We want it to meet the card base right up here like that. I think that's what makes this card a little different. I like it because then it looks like it's all one thing, and then poof, it just flaps up. So let's go ahead and glue this down. And this paper is so pretty. I need to go back and check and see. I think the papers are on sale, and I'm going to go back and check because it's a good time to grab some papers that you really like at a discount and have them. You don't need to pay full price. And I might not have told you that prices are going up. I haven't looked to see, but they did tell us there's going to be a price increase, which is not even a surprise because everything is going up because everything costs more, and transportation and postage is more. Okay, there's our card. Whoops, I hope it doesn't glue there. Okay, there we go. Now we're ready to, this is really now we're ready to decorate is what I like to say. This is the behind the scenes part, and now we get to decorate. So the first thing we're going to do is do a little bit of die cutting. And one thing I want to remind you, that 20% off sale is still going, and the mini boss is still on sale till March 31st. That's next Thursday, a week from tomorrow, for 20% off. So it's only $48 to get this little cutie. And I've actually sold quite a few. I've had quite a few customers purchasing these. If you didn't think you need it, think again, because I usually get up and go to my table behind me and do my die cutting, but this little guy just sits right next to me, and you can do it right here at your desk or your craft table or wherever you work. Okay, so here's the sunflower die, and everything that's on the 20% off sale, I don't know, Savings Are in Bloom, I think is the promotion. Everything, all the dies fit into the mini boss. Okay, so we'll just run this through like that, and that's our first die cut piece. Now, one thing I was kind of excited to show you is that I talk about, but I don't really show you, the Take Your Pick tool. And this is the brush end that's an addition that you can get for it. And this is why it's handy dandy, because you can push out all of these little pieces on your die cuts, and it just pushes them out. I mean, it does make a bit of a mess, I have to say. I meant to run this through twice actually to get it to cut a little bit tighter. But I'll just push some of them through. And you know, I'm just that type person. I don't know about you, but I am not really a perfectionist when it comes to my cards. About certain things, I guess I would say, because I'm a little bit of a shabby chic person. And so if things don't come out, this has loosened every piece. But if they don't come out, I kind of just use my dies anyway and like the way it looks. I don't know about you, but that's just kind of how I feel. Like those three, for some reason, I should have gone back and forth another time, but those did not pop out and cut very well. In fact, I think the rest here did. We're just going to need to pull them out. I learned that when I made it. You know what? Let's just do this again, because I want it to come out right. I'm going to snatch up some more paper, and let's run it through again. I'm sorry, I meant to take it through twice, so I'm just going to do it another time. It's only white paper, which isn't really that expensive. So let me be sure I'm going to cut wide enough here. Let's go over here. I'm going to cut wide enough so this goes through the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I think it's about 4 inches. And now remind me, if if I forget, go back and forth one more time, okay? So let's do this. One thing I think that could be the case is I use my dies so much for all my projects and everything. A regular hobbyist or a regular stamper would not. I've probably used this die hundreds of times, and I think that's part of what happens. Okay, here we go back and forth. I'll even go back one more time. Is that I've used them so much. I think they don't cut quite as well as they should. So here we go. There, that looks much better. Mucho better. Okay, throw that piece away. And now, this is, look at how much better this is working. Yep. Yep, I just didn't run that through enough. Oh, this is just working beautifully. Okay, little guy, come on out. Look at all of those just popping right out. I'm so happy. Much better. Okay, just one left. There we go. Now I like it. And you see how pretty this is, how really pretty this this sunflower die is. It is so beautiful to go behind something. If you have it, just use it a lot behind things. It makes a wonderful little layering piece for you. Okay, now the next thing we have to cut with our mini boss is a yellow circle, Daffodil Delight circle. I'm using the layering circle dies, and I'm just going to cut out a scallop circle there, and that's going to also layer right along with that sunflower piece. This is also kind of a bit of a lesson in layering. Okay, there's that. And we can put these pieces back over here. Okay, so now we've got our two pieces that we're going to layer. I'm not going to put them together, I'm just going to lay them out so you can see them. The Daffodil Delight circle, whoops, behind the sunflower. And it just adds, well, you know how they say, a pop of color. Doesn't that look summery and springy? I thought so too. Okay, now we're ready to do a bit of stamping. So let's get out, we're gonna stamp our ice cream cone. I just love this set. And it has a coordinating punch. And these are retiring, so that's why I'm showing them to you. And I'll be showing you more retiring stuff as we go along. But these are the three colors we're using today. For inks, Sahara Sand, Soft Suede, and Calypso Coral. The Sahara Sand is going to be our ice cream cone, the base of our ice cream cone. And then we're going to put some little, hash marks on it. So we want to make sure to get enough of the Sahara Sand ink on there. And I'm putting it in this position because I know this is how it's going to go. I think I'm right, and this is how it's going to go in the punch. And that always helps if you look at the punch first and then do your stamping on a position on the paper so that it'll fit well through the punch. And then these are the hatch marks out of soft suede. Let me move that just a bit so that you can see. And this is how, if you get the waffle cone, I think it's the look of a waffle cone. That's why we have these hatch marks. And we're just going to put that right there. Isn't that cute? I think so too. That's why I really like this stamp set. It just has a lot of fun stuff. And let's just go ahead and try right now. We'll try out my theory. Here's our ice cream cone builder punch. And I'm going to just slide the ice cream cone right up in there, and it just fits perfectly. Let's see, I want to get it just right. I think that looks neat. This is where I can get to be a perfectionist. And we'll just punch, and there's our ice cream cone. Isn't that cute? I always keep my punches. I don't throw away or give away hardly any of my punches. I just think I love my punches. I don't know if you're that way too, but I just like to keep my punches. Hey Karen, thanks for stopping on. Good to see you. Okay, now we're gonna punch the ice cream from the ice cream cone. And what I decided to do is use a piece of the Retiring You're a Peach Designer Series paper. I just think it's cute, and who doesn't like peach ice cream, right? And so again, you see that line down the middle? They put that there to help us, so that what we do is we just slide our paper right into that line, and we know our punch is going to come out perfectly. And there is, whoops, there's our little ice cream. So let's just take a quick look. That's how it's going to look. Isn't that just cute? Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so let's put this over. I usually do this, I don't know about you, but when I'm making a card, I kind of stage it in a way to see if I'm going to like the way it looks, and I like the way that looks. So let's build it. Let's go ahead and assemble this. So I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue, and I'm just going to put my glue right in this area and glue this right on the yellow circle, the daffodil circle, as much in the center as I can. Okay, just like that. And we'll hold it down for just a minute to get it to adhere. And then I think what I'll do, I'm going to have to hold it down a little bit more. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this circle right onto the card before we add the ice cream cone. No, maybe I won't. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. I've got cards all over the place. I really do. And the ones I have here next to me where I do my behind me, those are the different cards from the annual catalog, from products in the annual catalog. And I'm going to be changing that out when we get the new one. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on our card. And what we're going to do now, remember when you're doing one of these, where there is a decoration or a piece that kind of hangs over, you only want to put your dimensionals, or if you're using glue, up on the 1/2. And so that's what we're going to do. We just put our dimensionals right up there on the top half, so it flips up just like that, okay? And you don't see anything down below. You kind of have to be a little bit careful to be sure to get your dimensionals up in this area, so when they open it, they don't see anything. It's nice and clean. Okay, so here is our ice cream cone, and I'm actually gonna glue this down because I want to put the ice cream itself on dimensionals, on a dimensional. I think even one dimensional might work for the ice cream. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the cone a little bit down like that, and it'll just adhere right there. And then the ice cream is going to sit right on top of it. Isn't that cute? I think I will use 2 now that I think of it. So I'll put 1 and 1. Whoops. Get off of there. Okay, there are the dimensionals. And we're just going to overlap the top of the ice cream cone. And it's a warm day here, and it really is making me hungry for ice cream, I'm telling you. There's our peach ice cream cone. Isn't that just cute? I really like it. Okay, we've got more to do, more things to do. Alrighty, now we need to make our sentiment. And I'm going to use, I want to show you again, one thing I have loved about this sweet ice cream set is that the sentiments are really good. I really like the happy birthday. I really like the thank you. And I'll tell you one thing, because of the way the font is, you don't have to get it absolutely straight. You can, even if you get it a little bit crooked one way or the other, it'll still look fabulous. I have loved this set for that reason. You can say, with sprinkles on top, you're so cool, hope it's sweet, treat yourself, and you melt my heart. Really great sentiments. It has the popsicle stick. these look like sprinkles. These are more sprinkles, but I'm just using them for decorations. I think that's another color for the pops. Oh, that is probably, one of them is for the, doesn't that look like a fudgesicle? I think so. Anyway, it's a great set. Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp our happy birthday in Calypso Coral because that's one of our prominent colors here. And I've got just a, kind of just a little strip of, a scrap of my basic white. And there we go. Isn't that just a great, it's nice and bold. It says a big happy birthday. I really like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut right around it instead of using a label or anything. I'm just going to cut right around it like this. And it's kind of fun because this is really free-form cutting. It's not like fussy cutting where you really have to, you want to get just right on the edges. This is just kind of free-form, and so you can just do that any way you want. Like we could just go, I could go in and out. See what I mean? It's just fun. And so here we go. We're almost to the end, and it's fast. That's the other thing. Because it's fun, it's not real, it isn't real picky. You can just, it's just fun. Okay, there we go. There's our happy birthday. And now we can put that up here. I'm going to put this on dimensionals also. I think I'm going to use 3 dimensionals on here. And we'll just slip this up on the top. And I think this could even be good for a teenager. I don't know about a small child, but I think it would be good for a teenager. A happy birthday. And then we flip open, and what I decided to do is just use these little dots. But you know what I'm thinking? For the envelope, maybe we should put an ice cream cone on the envelope. What do you think? As long as we're, I think we've got a little time here. Let's just go ahead and put an ice cream cone on this envelope. All right, we're going to use again our Sahara sand for the cone, like that, and then we'll put the hash marks on. Oh, we're going to have to use the top of the ice cream. I'll have to get that stamp out. Okay, here are little hash marks for our waffle cone. I'm telling you, I am really getting hungry here. Okay, and let's get out our, here's the ice cream stamp. So let's get that little guy out. And I'll grab a block right here. And I think since I have the Calypso Coral out, we'll make we'll make bright orange ice cream. I don't know if it's gonna, if people would think it was peach. I don't know what they'll think. What color ice cream is, what kind of ice cream is this bright color? And here we're gonna cover the cone a little bit. There's our ice cream cone right on our envelope. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. And we'll go ahead and put the little dots right inside. I'm not going to put a whole ice cream cone on the inside, but we'll just put some of these little dots, just like that. Let's see, get those out of the way. I think that's a pretty cute card. I'm really anxious to give it to someone on their birthday. I think anybody would be surprised, and I think they'd be especially surprised to see that fun ice cream cone right there on their envelope. And so don't forget the sweet ice cream stamp set and the punch are retiring. Snatch those up while you can. Let me just come back up for you and we'll do our prize, okay? Are you ready for the prize? Thank you, Linda. It is kind of cute. Okay, let's go ahead and do our prize. And the prize from this week, from last week, was the two cards that we made, my one sample and the one that we made. And the random number generator generated Denise Pilar. Denise, you won, and I have your address, so I will send you these 2 cards and envelopes. Congratulations. And for next week, I found some ribbon that has not been opened that is retiring, and so I'm gonna give away a spool of Gorgeous Grape sheer ribbon. Gorgeous Grape sheer ribbon is the prize for next week. Hi, Avanel. Thanks for coming on. Yes, if you want the Gorgeous Grape ribbon, just say prize, and I'll put you in the random number generator next Wednesday, which will be the 30th. And if you sign up for prize, make sure that you check back the following week, because otherwise, if nobody claims the prize after a few weeks, I put it back in my stash. So go on and check what is going on sale. You'll want to grab it up fast, and there are a lot of things. I think there were like 14 pages, online pages, not paper pages, but you know, on the Stampin' Up website of different things in the last chance sale and promotion. Some things I think might just be retiring and may not be discounted, but even so, if you like them, you'll really want to snatch them up. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you next Wednesday or Friday. I'm on Friday at 4, so come on Friday, and I'm sure I will have discovered much more about the last chance list, and we'll be able to talk more about it.